Backed into a corner, they've always gone snake. This is Gucki we're talking about. Never mind, we're seeing the Wii Fit.
Never mind. Here we go.
I was like, you know what? Gucki's kind of a threat. They might go snake to start with. Nope.
No, not at all. I think the game plan has maintained the same. I don't think this is a bad matchup for Wii Fit at all, really. I know Numbers thinks it's even, starting straight off with a rebound into a really great string.
Whoa. We talking about John Numbers?
John Numbers thinks it's even, yeah.
John Numbers still plays? Nice.
John Numbers picked Wii Fit back up sort of in 2019. In 2018, John Numbers was like switching into like me sword fire for a bit, but
alright.
But yeah, the reason that Numbers thinks it's even is because he uses Thun a lot, but he stays relatively grounded and he conditions people to jump. And that's not necessarily the best game plan against Krool. He's obviously also very campy. And you do want to approach in this matchup.
Nines is so close to the blast zone with these hits.
Definitely. Great tech, by the way. Ideally, you'd want to wall jump beer bust step. I mean, that was great. Up smash.
Just astoundingly even start. Ended with a very strong, like, raw up smash.
Yeah, it's frame 9 invo, and it kills very early. Yes. They buffed it by like 4 frames. Going for a Nair 1 up smash there, that was smart from Nines. He autopiloted the confirm, but I like the idea because it would kill Krool at 70 with deep breathing. On PS2 probably. Again, looking for that confirm, just go for the up throw further. Realistically, like I understand why, but unless you have the tools to know they're going to neutral air dodge, that was great.
Yeah, that was great tech.
Nair will always be out belly armor in terms of like it will never act. You can't like armor through Wii Fit Nair, but header will like almost always break it, especially with deep breathing. So if you just call out like a Krool Nair with header, you just get a free shield break. That move does dummy damage, smart back air. That move kills mega early, and immediately retreating off stage to do deep breathing.
I've noticed that Gucki has suddenly moved to a more sort of boxing stance. There aren't that many projectiles anymore. And I think one of the reasons for that is because the last time that Gucki actually like tried to use the crown in neutral, Nines was almost there with like a grab during all of that end lag.
Yeah.
Like Nines was just able to get in there over the crown. So I think Gucki's just sort of like, okay, so kind of floaty, can sometimes, you know, fast fall.
Yeah.
Might want to get in within like boxing range and use my armor instead of trying to like use this projectile to force them to do something because they're just going to be faster than me.
Yeah. Definitely looking for a kill option now, and staying in close range. Kind of panicking.
Well, I feel like Gucki was just trying to stay away there and wait deep breathing out a little bit.
Definitely, yeah. But it was smart from Nines to get the stage control back so that he could refresh. Up air
Gucki's gonna get armor broken soon.
Definitely, you gotta watch it.
Still a 185 and still alive.
Yeah, it can be hard for Wii Fit to kill with projectiles. You have to kind of get in and do it, and in this matchup that's kind of risky. Should have gone for F tilt there, or back tilt, because up tilt wasn't killing. I mean back hit of up tilt there. I'm just the lingo instinctively, but yeah.
There it is.
Nice. He was actually going for like a header cancel setup there, where like you hit ball and then it covers jump.
Okay.
At like a slightly different time. Or the like ball's hitbox just stays active and you cover like regular get up. Because the hit stop on Sun is really high. But either way, yeah. Did quite well there. Probably gonna stay Wii Fit for the next game.
Yep,
and,
running it right back.
Running it right back. I'm interested to see the stage pick. PS2 is good for Wii Fit, but mainly because of down throw setups that Nines doesn't really know about. So, or sorry, SBF. Because if you down throw somebody on, SBF, you can force a tech chase basically anywhere on the stage.
You're gonna have to explain SBF.
Small battlefield.
Ah.
Yeah. So because header covers every platform tech chase option, and it does like massive damage, and it's a combo starter. It's really good to force platform tech chases, and SBF is really good at doing that. So even someone like Numbers, who I was talking about earlier, he thinks the threat of down throw is so strong on this stage that even though he camps quite a lot, he actually prefers this stage basically to any other. Yeah,
fantastic edge guard.
Definitely. Once Wii Fit gets out of resources, that's kind of it.
Yeah, no, Gucki did a really good job whittling down options, and then yeah. Okay.
A lot of patience there. Getting
I'm actually a little bit surprised that Nine's dashed back rather than going in for a wrap like we've seen countless times after Crown comes out.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Alright. Great pickup off that Crown.
Definitely, yeah. You know, Nine's sitting here at 80 now.
You mentioned deep breathing staling. I'm actually not quite sure how that works. Could you explain that?
Oh, yeah, so see how the last time Nines did deep breathing, it took way longer? So depending on how long it's been since deep breathing has occurred, the buffs in terms of like damage and knockback will vary.
Do you know the minimum and maximum?
Yeah, it's like I think it's like between 1.1 and 1.2 on damage and knockback. I think there's a few other things that vary between like 1.1.
Man, Gucki is making this first stock work.
Definitely. And just like Nines is getting really impatient. I said before that Wii Fit struggles to kill with her projectiles, and it can lead a lot of people into thinking that she struggles to kill generally because it's hard for her to get in, or them to get in. But there you go, finally the dash attack takes it. But a lot of the close quarters moves do kill at decent percents. It's just a matter of like making sure that you can land them and making being patient enough to get in with a character that is floating most of the time. One thing.
Nice pickup.
Yeah, nice pickup with the back tilt there, back tilt up there. Oh, just run up and him. Yeah.
All right, with that, Gucki evening up the score 1-1.
I was smart from Gucki to like mostly wait throughout that game, but to then go out and to get that forward air when you need it in the clutch moment on the last stop.
All right, so are we going to see the snake now?
Almost definitely. I sincerely doubt that after being beat in the way that Nines just was, he's not going to switch.
Well, let's find out.
If he does make it, he's got XCur next, and he's probably going Wii Fit for that, because I don't think that matchup is good for Snake. And it's actually, I'm not sure. I feel like Witch Time can kind of do work there.
Witch Time can definitely do work on the projectiles for sure.
Yeah, I mean, Wii Fit Bayo is like probably even, so maybe. But yeah, we have the Snake coming in now. Definitely a lot more like experience with Snake. I think the Wii Fit secondary is still relatively new. But Nines has like a lot of general fundies, and since Wii Fit hits so hard, because Wii Fit's kind of like a heavy in a floaty's body. Does that make sense?
I can understand that with deep breathing for sure. Deep breathing is absolutely terrifying.
Well, here's the thing: is that I said this before, but the damage output from deep breathing and the knockback increase isn't really the biggest buff. The biggest buff is mobility, because it allows us to play neutral way better.
I gotta say, Nines is getting some really good callouts, especially with those regrabs.
Yeah.
They were a little bit off on one of those like resets, but they absolutely knew what was coming.
Definitely, they definitely knew what was coming. Trying to crouch crown there, but smart from Gucki to angle it down, and the C4 ledge just catching it.
Yep.
Definitely a lot more setups. It's
Nines with a
Snake
small
has
lead, but it's pretty tenuous against Krool.
Yeah. It's interesting because Snake normally goes for trades quite a lot, but versus heavies, he obviously can't do that. So
Right,
I wonder
they're
what
just
Nines is going to do and how they're really going to approach it.
Catchphrase just aren't worth as much.
Aren't worth as much, but obviously you have more combo routes, so I'm assuming it balances out. And you have more mobility to kind of keep away. Nice reset, but nothing out of it.
Footstool.
Oh, footstool.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Oh, fantastic stage spike!
That was brilliant to bait with the jab 1-2
Absolutely.
and then hit with the back air. That was very smart. And now Nines is back in it. I mean, they've kind of popped off second stock.
Yeah, last stock for Gucki. About to be knocked out of the tournament if they lose it.
Potentially. Tried to go for a spike to get back in it, but overcommitted a little bit. Now being ledge trapped by Snake, which is never a good place to be, but made their way out.
I like the decision to just sort of like
how
use the
smart-
aerial drone and drop more grenades.
Yeah.
I don't have to fight you, just explosions.
Again with those down air resets. Very smart. Very close to working again. And Gucki is going to be kicking themselves for not getting that sweet spot up air earlier. Because they might not close out this stock. Or maybe... I don't know if going so low for that C4 recovery was a smart choice, but he got away with it.
I'm honestly kind of impressed by the stall. There we go.
Yeah, there you go.
Intercepted midair on the way back to the stage, and the C4 closes it out immediately.
C4 immediately, yeah.
Okay. Nines taking loser semis. That means they're taking the fight to Extra in losers finals.
Definitely, and he's ready, Xka. He's played a lot of Wii Fit in his time. He's Fanta is a player who's